to A Christmas Movie Madness. I'm Dave Anthony.
And I'm your co-host, Kenton Dick. Now, if you need a rundown of how this works, pretty simple. We're trying to find out what the #1 Christmas movie is here in the Southeast. Now, we started with 32 Christmas movies and 16 incredible matchups. But round 1 is over.
And there were some big-time upsets in round number 1.
Surprises.
So before we get you tuned up for round 2, let's go through round 1 and see who didn't make the cut. We start off with Love Actually. Actually, nobody loves this movie because it's out.
The Muppets Christmas Carol, Gonzo.
Mopped the floor by the puppet himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Home Alone 1 and 2, no chance, gone.
Big surprise there.
Shocked.
Up next, Holiday Inn. Stick to being just a hotel because the movie, cue the explosion.
The Family Stone given the rock bottom by It's a Wonderful Life. She gone.
And a moment of silence for Buddy the Elf. And back to axing films.
Deck the Halls, gone.
Polar Express, get out of here.
The Holiday, take a break yourself, you're gone.
In the matchup of SNL, Scrooged beat out by the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Frosty the Snowman made it through beating Arthur Christmas. Wasn't that much of an upset.
And A Christmas Story? Of course she made it through, beating all Hallmark Christmas movies, finally settled.
Thank goodness that Die Hard made it through to round 2. Whew, that was a close one though.
Miracle on 34th Street needed a miracle, didn't get it, out of here.
Cue Sad Santa. Christmas with the Cranks, gone.
4 Christmases, more like no Christmases, gone.
And Hit the Road, Jack Frost, you're out of here too. That wraps up what happened in round 1. Let's get to round number 2.
We've got some exciting matchups. It's the round of 16, which means 8 head-to-heads. Kick it off, Dave.
We'll get to the Frosty division. It's Mickey's Christmas Carol, the unlovable animated mouse, against National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Now, Chevy Chase and Company needed some help to get through to round 1. Mickey made it through pretty easily, but can National Lampoon's ride that wave into round 3? It's up to you.
I think it's got what it takes. I really do. Second on the list, we've got Frosty the Snowman versus A Christmas Story. A Christmas Story and the whole shoot your eye out. I think she's got a good shot today. Thoughts?
Frosty's got some magic left in that hat. I think that a lot of people are gonna like Frosty, and well, he's got the corncob pipe and that button nose and those 2 eyes.
I'm taking A Christmas Story as one of the finalists. Moving on.
Die Hard versus White Christmas. John Mcclane versus an instant classic. I gotta think that John blows away the competition here in round 2.
I gotta think so, right? I mean, it's gotta be.
He's got a tank top in the middle of winter. Sure, it's LA, but any guy that wears a tank top at Christmas gets my vote.
He's barefoot. This next one, I think, is gonna be close.
I do not want to pick this one.
These 2 are a challenge. In fact, I'm not even gonna vote in this round, I don't think. We've got the Grinch versus the Santa Claus. We've got Jim Carrey against Tim Allen. Who's gonna come out on top? That's up to you. Once again, because Dave can't say Rudolph, we're moving on to the Rudolph division. And appropriately, up first, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer versus Jingle All the Way. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger himself up against classic stop-motion animation and that little blinking nose.
It makes that most iconic sound. I gotta think that Rudolph wins this one. And unfortunately for Schwarzenegger fans everywhere, they may be going home early. The Christmas Chronicles, which beat out Home Alone 1 and 2, surprised a lot of people up against The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know if Jack Skellington has what it takes to get through.
I mean, it's a classic for a lot of folks, but it's barely a Christmas movie.
That's true, and The Christmas Chronicles might be one of the most underrated Christmas movies.
We're told. I've never seen it. It's a Wonderful Life versus The Preacher's Wife. I love this one because it rhymes.
I am surprised about this one because The Preacher's Wife beat out Elf, and that was surprising.
That was a huge upset. It's a Wonderful Life, I think, makes a lot more sense in the second round, but who knows? If The Preacher's Wife can take on Elf, I mean, if the sky's the limit.
I'm all for voting for chaos, so I'm gonna vote Preacher's Wife only to drive Carly Coop insane. It's A Christmas Carol versus Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Who doesn't love the animated classic, The Grinch? And who hasn't wondered where his pants are throughout that whole movie?
And you gotta be impressed. We've got the Grinch twice on this list in round 2. That means both versions of the Grinch made it through. I think that's pretty incredible. You gotta think one of these two makes it to round 3, maybe even the final.
It's going to be up tough against this one, though. A Christmas Carol's a classic, but The Grinch, I think, pulls this one out.
That's my vote.
That wraps up your round 2 matchup, so make sure you're voting as often as you can. Share with your friends, and make sure your favorite Christmas movie makes it into round number 3.
We're gonna figure out once and for all what's the Southeast's favorite Christmas flick.